Alright, so I remember last night y'all probably see me trying to tame Pterodon and whatnot. And now I wake up this morning going to check on my eggs, but my Pterodon made it. And it was gone. My server's gone. So I had to go do some research and look up how to but shit, I'm looking at new ideas of what I want to play now. So we're just gonna go down the list, checking out some videos. Is the sound working?
A direct result of a poll that I put out on the channel about a month ago asking what you guys would like to see first from ASA's release. While this video is certainly not all-inclusive, I hope to cover the main differences that the average player would encounter during their time playing the game. First and foremost are the visuals. Wildcard Studio essentially grabbed the Make It Beautiful knob and turned it so goddamn hard that I thought a velociraptor followed me to work this morning. I can honestly say that I was truly blown away by the visuals the first time that I encountered them, and while I am an individual that greatly prefers smooth gameplay mechanics over visuals, I do enjoy my eye candy. The rocks in ASA look so much more defined, porous, and detailed than in the previous game. Trees have a rough and rugged texture to them and collapse with realistic weight and density when you cut them down. Foliage is lush and variable, really giving the feeling of density inside of forests. Unreal Engine 5's fluid mechanics make bodies of water feel responsive and natural, interacting with everything in the open environment and generating amazing-looking particle systems. Boom! The dynamic lighting has a much more realistic tone and spread to it than it did before, bouncing off of objects that you would expect it to in the real world. Not to mention, all of this stuff is impacted by ASA's incredible weather system, with rain having a huge impact on the feel of the environment, and dynamic fog banks that really add to the game's aesthetic without just obscuring your vision like before. Nighttime feels incredible, and you can actually see to navigate from the natural moonlight or artificial lighting given off from the obelisks. I said this once in my first impressions video, I'm confident that you could stand anywhere in this game, and it would be worthy of a screenshot or a desktop background. It is worth mentioning, though, that these graphics are really taxing on your system, and a lot of players are having extremely poor performance at launch. Hopefully they can sort out these issues pretty soon, and optimize settings a little better so that individuals can experience the game, as it's been a truly incredible experience so far to see the graphics cranked up like this. Up next is character creation, which received a complete overhaul from the old system. Not only are the character models and assets entirely different, but there are more customization options to choose from, and more freedom thanks to all the sliders. Just like with ASE, I have a sneaking suspicion that the size and gender of your character may impact your character's hitbox or gameplay experience, so I plan on making an entirely separate video discussing these differences. I made a video just like this for ASE, and if you never watched it, I essentially did a deep dive into testing and debunking common misunderstandings. Given all the changes to character customization, I think that another repeat video of that may be necessary. Up next is the UI, which is also completely revamped. It has the same general feel and navigation as the old one, but it seems much cleaner and easier to navigate. Scaling-wise, it's much smaller and unobtrusive, and little quality of life changes make the experience much more enjoyable. For example, when accumulating resources in ASA, there's no longer a giant string of text going across your screen and blocking your view,
I wonder
but
if in
rather
the
just a
settings
small icon
I
of
can
the
still
item
put my
followed by the number you've
the
acquired.
words to pop up.
Item icons seem slightly more responsive and highlight when you hover over
Luckily,
them.
I kind of know what they
All
are
of the
now,
old
but
organizational options are here, but with the addition of the
that
cosmetic
being
tab
said,
for
I
skins to
still
help clean up the
wonder if
clutter.
there's an option for newer
The map
players to
system
have
has been
the words
completely
popping up
revamped
so
as
they
well,
know what they're
and while I
grabbing.
did enjoy the old school map your character would pull out, the new system is much more user-friendly and useful. You can zoom in and out of the map for easier navigation, and it also comes with built-in coordinates, which essentially eliminate the need for a GPS. They also revamped the whistle system to make it cleaner and easier to understand, and they added an in-game ping system that allows you to communicate with allies a little easier. I'm sure there are loads of other benefits that the UI has to offer, but that's something that I'm just going to have to experience over time with more gameplay and experience. ASA's camera system seems to be a subtle but nice quality of life improvement over ASE's. The third-person camera sits just a little farther back and higher than it did before, offering a larger field of view while playing. The transition between camera perspectives is much smoother as well, compared to that rapid, clunky transition from before. There's a bit of drag to the camera as well, which just helps to add to the weight and speed of your character. All of this camera tech applies while on the back of a creature as well, which helps to see a wider perspective of the game.
Looks similar,
There's even a new system called
better.
Photo Mode, which places a free-moving camera that you can control and place wherever you'd like. This new feature is great for screenshots, or in my case, content creation. I have a feeling I'm going to be using this thing for a lot of comedy sketches in the near future. Alright, next up are the movement and body mechanic changes, which are something that I noticed pretty early on.
I'm assuming
The
that's
new
gonna be
character
better,
models seem to have much more responsive and fluid movements and interact with the environment much better than they did before. Walking and running
Swimming
feels
is
smoother
faster.
and faster, and the foot kinematics when your character's on a sloped surface seem stickier.
Okay.
Jumping got one hell of an upgrade as well. Characters seem to be able to jump a little higher and farther than before, and don't seem to float like they used to. This makes clearing gaps and scaling sloped surfaces a little bit easier, which I am all for, because parkouring in ASE sucked harder than a brocore in debt.
Agreed.
They killed my dog.
Agreed.
You're gonna get a new partner, and then you're gonna get back out there.
Fall damage seems to be more forgiving with short drops, but is incredibly punishing with longer ones. Player attributes underwent some major changes with ASA, with the most noticeable change being the complete removal of movement speed. I think that this change is going to simultaneously
outfit
please
up,
half
my
of the
bad.
community and completely piss off the other half. On one hand, movement speed was an integral part of most builds because it allowed you to outrun creatures in PvE or PvP, but let's be honest, it was a bit out of hand at times. While the stat is entirely removed in ASA, your character's base movement speed does seem to be much faster than it was before, which should help to offset the loss a bit. While all of the other attributes seem to remain the same, the scaling is a bit different than before. For instance, investing 1 point into Fortitude used to provide you with 2 Fortitude, and now provides you with 4, but I'm unsure if this actually makes any difference, or if the scaling simply changed to balance the removal of movement speed. I may have to do a separate video on character attributes, just to explore what each one does exactly, and the impacts they have on gameplay. Let me know in the comments below if you'd like to see a video like that. Also, consider leaving this video a like and subscribing to the channel if you found it enjoyable or helpful so far. Okay, thanks! Next up are engrams, which are not only easier to find and unlock thanks to the revamped UI, but also received a large cut in consolidation. For instance, unlock...
So far, I'm liking Ascended. Going too bad. I was new to the survival game, so Evolve was one of the first ones I was playing, besides Lego Fortnite. I was impressed by Lego Fortnite, honestly. Alright, this guy doesn't have any commentary on this video.
Top 3 reasons why now is the best time to play Honkai Star Rail. Number 1. If you are seeing this video
Nice cinematic videos.
In this video, I'm going to show you a side-by-side comparison of the exact same locations on Ark Survival Evolved versus Ark Survival Ascended. I chose, no, that's not right. Google chose the 10 most popular locations on the map, the island, and those are the ones that we'll be comparing. But before we start, here are some honorable mentions of a few major changes that will definitely take a while to get used to, at least for me. The first one is the subtle yellow tint overall, but especially on rock and sand. It just feels like those old school Mexican movie filters. Yeah, that. And the second one is the grass that is taller than the players. Now this one was obviously designed by choice. It makes the dinosaurs a necessity in order to traverse terrain. However, I refuse to give up. Yeah, I'm probably gonna die. I can't see shit. Tell me what you think about these two changes in the comments below. There are many more changes, but let's not waste any more time.
Yeah,
Final
kinda
reminder,
crazy.
the graphics are set to the highest level on both
I ain't
games.
gonna lie.
The first place we're comparing is
And-
none other than Weathertop. Your first adventure likely starts near South Zone 1, where the easy spawn points lie. March up the big hill to Weathertop and set up a cozy base on a cliff facing east. Raptors and Therizinosaurus might pop by, but with stone walls, you'll keep them at bay, all while enjoying a nice view on some flat building terrain. The second comparison is the Hidden Lake. Now this is my personal favorite one. The Hidden Lake isn't just a clever name. Located well out of plain sight, it's a jackpot for those who stumble upon it. On a multiplayer map, be the first one to claim this beauty and you've got a fortress waiting to happen. With cliffs on most sides and only a few entry points, it's a defensible haven with room for an open planned barn system. Just remember, good walls make good neighbors, especially when predators are your neighbors. The third location is the Western Coast. The Western Coast is a treasure waiting to be discovered. Sure, there is a line of alphas ready to welcome you, and the snow might give you a cold shoulder, but brave it and you've got a postcard view of falls, the ocean, snow, and the volcano. Oh, and the Daeodons, they're the party crushers here, but find a cliff and you'll have a serene retreat with a view that's second to none. The fourth one is the Herbivore Island. This one is favorite of many Ark players. Survive the voyage to the Northeast Ocean and you'll be greeted by the peaceful Herbivore Island. Here, the only sharp teeth you'll see belong to the odd Megalodon in the depths. Set up shop against the cliff face near the lagoon or get creative with bridges for a sea pen to house your aquatic tames. At number 5 comes the Southern Jungle. The Southern Jungle is the canvas for the inventive soul. Not flat, but oh, the spots you'll find there? Follow the beach, find the waterfall, dodge the sarcophagus, and climb over rocks to discover waterfalls and pools awaiting for your arrival. Build on stilts, bridge over waters to avoid piranhas, and enjoy the proximity to the Red Obelisk. At number 6 comes the Eastern Plains. Venture north of the Glean Obelisk, and the Eastern Plains unfold with a sheltered lake nestled between cliffs. It's a quiet place with just the occasional dire bear. And the bonus? It's a haven for equus and other rare herbivores. The staggered cliffs might test your building skills, but with the Maw and the Eastern Forest nearby, resources are just a stroll away. At number 7 are the Southern Islets. The Southern Islets are a blend of charm and convenience. Giant rocks, flat spots along the coastline, and unique structures await. Settle near sheltered lagoons that promise easy defense and enjoy the central location rich with metal, beaver dams, and foliage to keep your herbivores munching happily. At number 8 is the Redwood Forest. For the brave of heart, the Redwood Forest is a woodland wonder. Tree platforms are your key to a treetop realm, away from the ground where the danger lurks. It might be more of a holiday retreat than a barnyard, but the creative soul will find a canvas among the tall trees. Next up, at number 9, is the Northeast Cave. Fancy a cave dwelling? Northeast Cave on the edge of the Dead Island is your underground haven. With natural defenses and protection from the harsh weather, it's a one-room wonder that's spacious for your base building dreams, adorned with nature's own wall decor. And lastly, number 10, Whitesky Peak. For the lovers of cold, Whitesky Peak is a snowy paradise with a view of winter's mouth that will leave you breathless. It's a rough terrain that will challenge your building chops, but the end result? A winter wonderland base with a panoramic view that's nothing short of magical. Keep in mind, those 10 locations were not sorted in any particular order, but now you know how those spots look like on the newly released Ark Survival Ascended compared to our very well-known Ark Survival Evolved. What is your favorite base building spot? Don't forget to subscribe for more videos. Until then, I'm Damien, and I need to go and catch some Z's because it's kind of late.
All right. I did see some shit about. That look nice too.
If you stop driving at night because of vision problems, try this simple ice hack.
Alright, so today we're gonna build the log cabin from the trailer. So we're gonna go through and show you guys how to do it. This is the image of it here. We're gonna put it out and we're going to dive right into it. Here we go. Alright, so the first thing when it comes to this build, it looks like it's kind of on a hill or a cliff, so I've decided to do mine right here. So we're gonna just clear a little bit of this stuff. The other thing I noticed is it looks like that is the backside of the cabin, so we're gonna have to kind of just make up what we think the front side looks like. So let's quickly just get rid of this tree. And here's where I'm gonna put it, right here. Let's clear some of this and then we'll get started. Alright, so it appears to me that we're looking at a 5 by 3 structure. So that's what we're gonna do. So we got 15 foundations to start. Let's put these in. I want to kind of keep that tree, and we want to kind of go to the edge here. So we'll go right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 by 3. And then we'll fill this up. So this is our structure here. Alright, so we got our 15 foundations down. You can pick up foundations. You can basically pick up anything at any time. So I was able to pick them up and just clear the foliage that's in there. We do have a tree in the house. I guess we should get rid of that quick. There we go. Alright, so next thing I'm looking at is when we look at the image, we have we got 2 windows on this side right here. So we're going to put 2 windows right here. So we got our windows, and these windows are actually facing outside. So if we we'll put one right there, and now we trees, one there, and the overhang, and there you go. Let's take a look at this from the air. And there it is. Little cliff base. Got our pillars hanging down.
Pretty decent. Pretty decent. It's not as cinematic as the OG, but and then I doubt yours is wide enough. That looked like way bigger than what yours is right there.
And there it is. Little cliff base. Got our pillars hanging down. Got our overhang right there. What I would do on this base is I would probably get rid of that one railing on the right and make some ceilings, bring them around, and there you go. Get you to be able to go around the whole thing there. But let me know what you think in the comment. Let me know if you think I messed anything up, but I think we did a pretty good job. Thank you.
Yeah, I give it an 8. 7.5.
In this video, I'm going to
All right, so today we're gonna build.
Hello there, welcome back to another Ark Survival Ascended tutorial.
Hour.
Today is a big one and a lot of people
Crazy.
have been asking for this. This is going to be the tutorial. For my big A-frame, which is also my ocean base. But if you find a big enough space, you can probably also just place the base wherever you want. But you'll need a bit of space though, because especially the main building is quite big, and then we have the little side addition, which is basically a little house to live in. But you should have plenty of space. You can definitely use this as a main build. A little warning: some parts of this build have a little bit of overlapping, so you want to probably be building on a server where you have the collisions, disable collisions turned on, or in your single player, make sure to turn that on.
Well,
so
that
you
look
can
beastie.
actually
I
do
ain't
it.
about to watch
If
this
you're
whole
building
video.
on
I just want to see
official,
how beastie it look.
especially
It look
for the
beastie.
roof. For the main building, I think you'll be able to do it. You might have to make a little bit of a change if you want to have the tunnel connecting to a side building. Make sure to, instead of the half overlap that I do, a little bit.
Let's just go on the tour. So let's give a rating.
Play the official PC version of.
Okay, there we have it. We've just built, you can see there in the distance, we've just built the entire tutorial. But if you want to have a look at how I integrated it to my base, this is what I've done. So pretty similar height as to what I built over there. It's a little higher above the water, but I made sure that I could still go down by one enough so that I could have lower walkways as well. And this makes sure that I can also have some secret hidden basements in part of my build. Then I have like basically a 2 wide walkway on the outside, and I've connected some of these triangular ceilings as well to get some more interesting shapes, although they don't line up everywhere, which isn't great. So I don't know if I would do the same thing again or just go for a little bit of a simpler shape, because unfortunately the triangles don't really line up with like all the corners, so it doesn't look as good everywhere. But it does create for some nice interesting shapes in some places, which is why I did it in the first place. But as you can see, this is how I've done my railings all around, the way I showed you just before. This is what that looks like with some stairs included. I've used some of these bigger crop things just around, and then these I think are the potatoes, which are just very nice looking plants, which is why I chose them. I have also of course some species around just to shoot some of those damn seagulls that are always being annoying. But that's basically what I've done around to do a little bit of decorating. And then of course I've got some lamps just to have some lights on the outside, especially when it gets dark. That's just nice. That's basically the way I've done the walkway. Not too complicated. I've got access to water here. First, when I was using my Sako a lot, this was just nice and quickly getting onto the base. But yeah, this is an example of what you could do with your decks. Now, in the tutorial, I talked about closing this off with a sloped wall, and I think I might actually do that, because right now you can see these empty spaces, which they don't make a lot of sense. So I might as well, you know, close that off, make it look a little bit more seamless, even more. So let's go into the big build.
Blah blah blah. That's dope. It's dope. I need to make a new Ark server since they deleted mine. Where's part 1?
Hello and welcome to another episode of Lemur's Corner. I am Lemur, and today, guys, we are playing Ark. Specifically, we are looking at settings. We've already done a previous server settings console. However, there's been a couple requests for me to give out what settings I use from people who've played on my servers, or even those people that are just asking for what to put their server settings at to where they're balanced. Now, I want to be clear, there's anything you can put them at, but this is basically the way you can look at it. Is it's an increased, a slightly boosted server where things aren't instantaneous. You still have to grind things out, but it's not the epic grind of the other game. Most things are in 4 times range possibly. There's a little boost to dino damage, but there's also increase to dino health, wild dinos, tame dinos, all that kind of stuff. As I said, it's a balanced boost where things are increased slightly, weight is increased, and that kind of stuff. It's mainly made for PvP servers. If you want to do for PvE, you might have to adjust a couple of the settings to make it fit to PvE. However, this is my PvP server settings. As I said, I've got nothing but praise for them. I hope it helps you guys on your journeys, and we'll talk to you guys after we get through all the settings. So here it is. We're going to play some music with it, and I'll let you guys go. I'm just going to let you guys scroll through the settings.
Difficulty 5. I'm not watching this video. Oh, I'm not making no server neither. Fuck that. I need a server that's been up for a long time that ain't about to go nowhere. Delete out of nowhere. Donkey times 20. 15 people. Let's try it out. Can't believe they deleted my server. I had just caught me some dinosaurs. Some pterodons. I was excited about that. It's crazy. It's crazy. What'd I do to them? Blah, blah, blah. is ugly.
Are you the one I've been waiting for? You might be.
I've never seen this shit before.
I hope so. It's been...
Get off my screen, cuz. Everything dead. Just go look for my grill folks. I don't want to be in your tribe, cuz. I ain't rolling with you, cuz. Just trying to get out the rain. Trying to get out the rain. That's what I'm trying to do. Yeah, get back to business, man. I'm trying to get on my Ingrams together. I need to go game chat probably. Yo. Yeah, get up out of here, player. That nigga's busy. I'm on a new server, gotta get all my shit together. Get all my shit back. But it's cool because now I know kind of what I already got to do, type of shit I need already. For what I know at least. These fits right here. Definitely need to show. That's what I'm dripping in. Storage bin. Preserve. Type in bin and see if that solve both my problems. Nope. Alright, there you go. This circle weird. My cousin Ross said, you ain't getting no meat from killing that dodo? Heck nah. I don't know what's up, 'cause I can't even pick up no rocks. I'm supposed to get some rocks then. I need one stone, dang. Oh, there you go. Shit. Nearly got hard. What the hell just happened? man. It's such a delay. Y'all heard what I heard, right? There was somebody over here. Ooh. I just woke up, friend. Need to get my stretch on it. None of that. I'll hop on 2K with the homies. I'll be back on Arc later though. Gotta figure this out.